So then if I get to my first question, which goes to this notion of what Ms. Heberhard said, is I've spoken to Dr. Moderano and he's willing to do whatever he can. What is the import of that? I mean, how that, I appreciate that gesture, but the actual effect of it, I think, is virtually meaningless. What role does Dr. Moderano have in redistricting, and on what time frame, and how it would address a particular project? If our board members, whether virtual or in the Banneker room, could speak to that, I would like to hear about that. What role does Dr. Moderano and his agreement with the proponents of this project to do whatever he can to redistrict in order to address, potential overcrowding at these receiving schools? What is the practical effect of that kind statement by Dr. Moderano versus what actually has to happen through the school board or schools planning to actually affect that?
Redistricting is under the purview of the board, but that being said, I mean, I think he's probably knowing the lack of housing for people with disabilities in the county. It's very exciting as a landing spot for some of our students. So, I think it was sort of in theory, he would do whatever he could, but the decision is to the board with redistricting. But we can, through the Apfo, move them to another school if Clemens is, overcrowded. There are options, but, as with all of these waivers, we have to look really carefully at it. But to answer your question, not much.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Catronio.
Are my colleagues in the boardroom? I can't see.